Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Francesca, and I'm with the New Media Retailer podcast. I am super excited today to be joined by Annie from M&M True Value Hardware and Rental. Annie, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, of course.
We're so excited to have you. So Annie is the corporate treasurer slash social media extraordinaire slash jack of just all general traits. But we'll kick it off. Tell us a little bit about the business, yourself, your role there, however you want to get started.
Okay, so we are a family-owned business. We were established in 1914, so we're a little bit over 100 years old. We have one location. It is my brother, my dad, and I in the family. My mom is too, but she's really just babysitting my daughter. That's her job.
Hey, that's an important role.
Right. So yeah, it's three of us. We're here. We own and manage. We have about 20,000 square foot of retail space. I think I said single store. We probably will never expand because we just, the way we operate, all three of us have our own little niche inside the store that we take care of. So, and it seems to be flowing and working really well. Let's see. So my job, my title is corporate treasurer, like you said, but there's a lot more behind that. So I used to do the books, and now we hired a lady. She's been in there, Audrey. She's been doing that. So I kind of manage that a little bit. I also do a lot of the floor displays. I actually purchase all of our seasonal goods, which are outside vendors other than True Value or, you know, the other hardware stuff. So I do that. We do spring, summer, Christmas, fall. I'm trying to think.
Where are you guys located?
Steubenville, Ohio. Sorry, I forgot.
And what's your population? About how big of a town is that?
I looked it up not too long ago, and I think it's close to like 90,000.
Oh, that's bigger than where I live.
So we're like, we're probably like the little city, but then 45 minutes is Pittsburgh, downtown Pittsburgh. So it's kind of like not a huge city. We're just a small little town.
Well, my town has one red light, so that's a really small town.
I like that though.
You think twice before you say that again.
So yeah, that.
Talk to me about what is your competition like what's create like a picture for us.
Right out our back door, we have a Lowe's.
Oh,
you could literally throw golf ball. They're behind us.
Have you ever done that?
I think my brother has. He's the golfer. So, and then there's Harbor Freight came in. Rural King just came in a few years ago. Walmart, of course. Everybody has a Walmart. Well, maybe you don't.
No, we actually do even have.
Okay. Busy Beaver. And then once you get up to Pittsburgh, you have Home Depot, Lowe's, you know, all those other big stores. So
something I talk to a lot of businesses about is setting yourselves apart, right, from the competition. I mean, there's a lot of Lowe's, there's a lot of Walmarts around, but setting yourselves apart from them, the customer service, the in-store experience, you come in, you're going to talk to people that know what the heck they're talking about. They're going to care about you. And guess what? You're probably going to know them. So you're going to feel really comfortable. Talk to us a little bit about your guys' take on that and maybe kinds of things you try to do a little differently at the store to get people to come into you instead.
Okay. So, you know, we're always big on customer service, which all small independent retailers kind of are. Sure. So, you know, you do want to talk to them. You do want to be personal. I notice whenever I see the same person coming in, I'll, you know, talk to them at a different level, even though I'm still nice, secret nice now. But we all try to, you know, engage your customers when they first come in, and they like that. Some people get a little irritated because we have in our departments, we have lawn and garden when you first come in. So there'll be guys standing there asking you if you need help. So then once you get back to plumbing, there'll be guys asking if you need help.
Right.
So we're kind of a little bit overwhelming, but at the same time, a lot of people would like that rather than to be ignored, because
Totally.
there's so many comments. Well, we were just in Lowe's and we couldn't find any help, so we came up here. Okay, well, we're glad that that's how, people see us. We do send out birthday cards. So if you happen to purchase like a grill or a tractor, push mower, weed whacker, like a big ticket item, maybe patio furniture, we collect your information for your warranty purposes, and then we take that information and put it into our own document where each month we have a list. So during that month, we print out the whole list and send out a $10 coupon. Because I don't know, when I check my mail now, it's like, okay, what bills do I have to pay
I
now?
know.
So
Mail's
instead,
not fun anymore.
no, it's not adulting. So, it's like a kind of like, oh, well, here's $10. I can go get something I need. Like everybody needs household items, light bulbs, cleaner, stuff like that. So a lot of people do like that. We get a lot of feedback from that.
Love that.
I'm trying to think, because we do the deliveries, free deliveries on certain items. So we talk to our customers about that. But I would say the most important feedback we get, that we stand out in our community, is our customer service.
That's great.
Just little
And
things we do.
that's so great. And I feel like I don't work with you, and obviously I'm not local to you by any means, but I feel like I can feel that when I look at your guys' social media page. Like I feel like you guys are very invested in educating your customers and kind of like taking that next step, but you do it with such a fun, I mean, we'll get into that because you guys are a lot of fun on social media. But one that really caught my eye, and I think it was kind of a fairly longer one, but you did like a whole segment where like you introduced your team and like gave them shout outs and highlights and things like that. Which when I saw that, I'm like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is why people shop local, because it's a face, like they know those people. So putting that out there was like so, and whether it was like intentional or not, it was so strategic. So talk to us a little bit about like social media and getting started there. And also just really quickly, what is your shopping demographic like between male and female? And is it all ages or is it?
So it's male and female. At times, if the male has to come in, they always say, well, my wife wanted to come along to see all the goodies in the middle of the store. So at certain times of the year, I would say we have a bigger female.
Okay.
But most of all male.
Mostly male. Okay, great.
Our problem, sorry.
No, go.
Our problem with, we attract a lot of older people, which isn't a bad thing, but to stay in business, you got to attract that new crowd, and we couldn't figure out how to reach them, because, regular TV, so many people don't watch that. Radio, a lot of people do podcasts now, or, Sirius XM or Spotify, or there's so many different ones. So at the beginning, we couldn't figure out how to reach those people. And that was the only, that's what we needed to work on. So then that's kind of how I started getting more involved with the social media side, which seems to help out a lot.
Awesome. So yeah, talk to us about your journey there. Was it, and how like you felt comfortable like getting started? I mean, you put your face on a lot on social media. Did you just like one day you're like, what the heck, I'll rip the Band-Aid off? Or were you like watching other people's things to kind of get some ideas?
Well, I did Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram.
Okay.
Which Pinterest really wasn't a good one for us. And then I didn't get a whole lot of feedback with Instagram, which I don't know why, but I didn't. But I think it's because a lot of older people follow Facebook. So we reached a lot of people that way. So then I kind of I didn't get rid of, but I stopped doing the Instagram, the other social medias. Um, so with Facebook, I started a while ago and I wasn't sure what to do. So that's when we partnered with you guys, New Media Retailer. And so they started doing like the basic, you know, I
Industry.
mean, yes.
Yeah.
So then every now and then I would post pictures of like our personal stuff at the store, or yeah, just to be more personal with the
Totally.
audience that was watching. Um, so more recently, a lot of people follow these influencers, and these influencers just talk, and and I'm like, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have to follow them, or else they wouldn't be influencers. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, let's just go for it and do some crazy stuff, um, and see if it works. And honestly, we've gotten a lot of feedback.
Wow.
I was out shopping before vacation trying to get stuff ready, and a lady I didn't know, she said, "Oh, you're not doing any commercials today." I'm like, "No, not today." So I mean, you do, and then the
You've
people in
made
the
it.
store, yeah, the
That's
people,
you're a celebrity now.
so the people in the store, some guy, which I've never seen him, but he could have been in, you don't see everybody.
Sure.
He goes, "Hey, when's your next little commercial?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. We got to figure out." He goes, "Well, there's so much negativity in the world, and I actually have something to look forward to now to give me a little chuckle." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm glad, that's why, I kind of started doing that also, because all you see on Facebook is people complaining, politics, the weather, like all kinds of stuff. So you get on there and you just try to make people laugh a little bit, but be
Yeah.
personable about it, and they love it. So you get a lot of feedback that way.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But it is all fun, but there is like an approach to it too. Like a lot of your videos are fun, but like when we were chatting before, I mentioned like the screen repairing video. So for everyone who hasn't seen it yet, this one was maybe 5 minutes, 7 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
long.
a little longer, but this one was you guys, a group of you, there's 4 of you, talking about and teaching your customers how to replace screens. Now, when I saw that, I literally was like, oh, I I have screens. I like literally would have just assumed you have to buy new ones. Like I first of all, I didn't even know that that was an option, but you guys really like broke it down. And because you guys were like laughing and having fun with it, I was like, I can do this. I haven't started yet,
Yeah.
but I can do this.
Yeah.
But like talk to us about like that kind of stuff. Like how do you guys like think about that stuff in advance, or like a customer comes in, asks a question, and you're like, I can make a video about that. Like, because there is a strategy too.
Yeah. Um, I just think there's some areas that people don't know we do.
Okay.
Um, and then for me and Martina, which Martina's in a lot of the videos with me.
Oh,
Um,
okay. She's the other. Okay. Yes.
yeah, we talk and we discuss things of what we could do or what would be fun, or different things. And I kind of wanted to get certain things out there that we do or that we have that people might not know we have or carry,
Yeah.
because we're a hardware store. But we also have to be a hardware store first,
Mhm.
and then move past it with my frilly stuff.
Mhm.
So I was like, I know we do some window screens. I'm wondering, if people knew, or it's like that spring cleaning time, let's get this out there and done. And I talked to Fred, he's back in plumbing and electrical, and I was like, hey, can we, maybe do a video with you and you show us how to do the window screen, and we'll break it down and work it from there. And he's like, yeah, sure, that'll be fun. I'm like, okay. So we did the video, we did the screen, and it was all fun. And after that, we got some window screens. We're actually making like 48 new Windows screens for somebody. And
Oh my gosh.
so it definitely helps for people to know that you do
Yeah.
little things.
Yeah. Do you feel like that momentum has helped excite like other employees to get involved? Because I know, like in my experience, sometimes it's a lot of like twisting arms to get people comfortable to be like on camera and stuff. But when you have that like aha moment, does it excite like your team and other people too to keep going?
We do.
Yeah.
So when we first started doing that, like everybody's like, oh, keep me off, keep me
Yeah.
off. I'm like, it's really not that. They see you in the store acting this way, so what's the big deal? Because
No
we all
different.
like to have fun. I mean, there's a serious side to us. We're not all goofy, but
Totally.
we do have some goofy employees. The one in particular, Leslie, she'll video for us, but she goes, I am never getting on there. I'm like, okay. And then the cashiers, they said the same thing. They're like, I don't know. And then whenever we did the video where you just, you know, drop down,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
it
yeah.
was,
That one
I don't
had me
know,
cracking up.
I don't know what it means, but I noticed a lot of people were doing it. So I was like, oh, let's just try it. And everybody was in for it. Like there was a couple arm twistings I had to do for
Yeah.
some of the guys. But the one in particular, he comes in all the time. He's with the local fire department. He was actually a customer in the nut and bolt aisle. I said, hey, will you do me a favor? He goes, yeah, sure, what? And I was like, can you be a part of our video? And you just drop down. He goes, yeah, okay. So he wasn't even an employee. He was a
Oh
customer.
my
It was
God.
great. But that got a lot of laughs for sure.
Yes. Okay. So what is the song? Is it a Beyonce song?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Jury's out on what the song is, but for those of you that don't know, has been this like viral sensation, this video at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I've seen it everywhere. Where a few seconds lead into a song. I've seen moms do takes on it, picking up like baby items. You guys did a take on it. I've seen so many variations of it, but it's the music plays for a few seconds and then there is like a lull or a pause and everyone at the same time simultaneously drops down low and then like comes back up. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure you'll see it now. That's like a thing. You'll see it everywhere. But yeah, when I saw that one, I was dying. But I literally, that's what I thought. How the heck did she get people to do this?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That was fun though. It was fun doing it, making it.
Yeah. Yeah. But there are like really creative ways that you've spun like something, like we encourage stores, like if you have new product coming in, like make sure, you're taking a picture and posting it, whatever it may be. But I do feel like you guys have really elevated yourselves by taking that like one step further. There was a video I saw recently where what was her name?
Martina.
Martina, she was like funny, like mopping the
Oh,
floor and yeah, and you guys were like spring cleaning and there was all these products lined up in the front and she was having fun and mopping the floor. And I'm like, that's great. Like how I can't imagine that took a significant amount of time, but like such a good reminder of hardware stores do have more. It's not just nuts and bolts. Spring cleaning is, I mean, we've had 4 false starts to spring here. So, but eventually spring is coming at some point.
yeah.
So what a good creative way to really just put a spin on it, but to say something so simple. We have spring cleaning products, but like
Mhm.
such a fun way to like capture people's attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much fun. And then there was another one I saw too, because you mentioned you're a hardware store first, but you want to like remind people that you have other things. There was a video, you guys were like making crackers or something. And when I saw that one, I was like, I wonder if they shared this from someone else. Cause like, why would they have crackers? But then as I kept watching, I'm like, oh no, they have all the supplies. Like you could do this. So like, that's like such a creative way to really get your products and differentiate your product line out there too.
Yeah. Those crackers are really good and they're so
They looked
simple.
amazing. They looked amazing. In terms of like time investment here, is it like minimal? Do you spend like a significant amount of time doing it? How much time are you spending on social media at this point?
A lot more than what I was, but then again, like I'm on social media anyway.
Mhm.
Like to take a break, I'll just get on Facebook and scroll. Even though sometimes I don't know, it's a habit now, I think.
No, it is a habit.
It's so convenient. It's on your phone. You don't have to wait to get home to get on your computer and look stuff up. You just get on your phone and look. Like if I'm in a waiting room, I'll look.
Yeah.
Um, so actually the store page is connected to my phone. So it's easy to, look at certain things, see what I need to do. New media. This is what I love. And this is how um, we partnered with New Media Retailer. They do your basic and I do the personal. So I'll go on and see what they've posted. which it's like the ads, the rental catalog, things like that. And I'll go off of that because if we've been, I don't know, I don't even know if this applies anymore because I haven't really been following it, but a few years ago, whenever I started to try to get into the social media side, I went to a seminar at the True Value Convention, and before the show, they have these classes you can go to, and one was social media marketing. And so I went, and you're only supposed to post. That sounds awful. Supposed to post certain times of the day, which I get that you want more people watching, engaging. And you don't want to post too often because then people start scrolling past you. Well, I noticed with our videos, our balance of the videos or our just normal selling points, maybe, they kind of balance each other out. So
Yeah.
we could post twice a day, do one of the basic posts and one of the personal side, and it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it's too much. So
Yeah.
that's also good because you get out there.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
definitely. I think trends have definitely changed for sure. And video now is more important than ever. As you know, we all do the scroll. Videos do stop you in your tracks. Once you see the movement, you stop, you pause, and you like kind of wait to see. Now, whether or not you keep scrolling is separate, but the video does stop you. There's like a saying that I remember hearing once, and I'm going to completely butcher it, but like a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video is worth like 100 million, like something like that, because of the effect that it has to stop people in its tracks. And I remember thinking like, yeah, that's so interesting because when I got started in social media, I remember my parents own a small business, but I remember being in high school and I had to wait until I got my college acceptance letter because I needed the college email address to be able to get started on Facebook. So I've been through the whole thing when business pages first started, like all of that stuff. And it was all text. It just like Twitter. I mean, it was a lot of text. And then it was introducing links, and links were like helping your text stand out. And then it was pictures. And now, there is a lot of heavy reliance on video, but those videos, they do have to be personal, in order to engage someone. And video definitely took off through COVID. I mean, TikTok blew up, Instagram Reels blew up. And a lot of that content feeds back to Facebook too. But yeah, I don't know the exact numbers anymore of like how often you should post. I feel like because of stories and stuff like that, there aren't really rules anymore. So
yeah,
much is happening in real time. And so much is getting shared that like you may have only posted one time that day, but you might show up in somebody's feed 15 times because 5 of their friends might have shared it. So I don't even know what the posting rule is anymore because now I
I
feel like,
haven't heard anything lately.
yeah, I feel like people are just having fun with it.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, no, I think you guys do a really, really good job of putting a creative spin on, not to simplify what you're doing, but on simple concepts like, hey, new products. Hey, you can do this with our products. Hey, we have a really awesome staff. You should get to know them.
Mhm.
And so I'm so grateful we had this opportunity to chat because I think a lot of stores, whether they're hardware stores or whether they're a pet store or whatever, are really going to be able to take something away from this because you guys are just doing something really fun.
Yes, well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Just a quick question. Obviously, like you are involved in your family business. Would you guys be comfortable? So you have a unique role because you're invested in this success. Would you be comfortable if it was like an employee that had come to you and been like, I want to take this on? Would you be comfortable with someone else kind of like managing that personal touch for you guys? Not everyone might have a you at the store. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Um, we did try it, but it was kind of like she didn't work here.
Mm,
And it did help because it was my busy time of year with Christmas. It gets crazy.
yeah.
Um, but it didn't seem to work as well. Like Martina seems to be on the same page with the
Yeah.
whole creativeness and stuff. So if she came to me and said, "Hey, how about I do this so you can do other things?" I'm
Mhm.
like, I'll
Sure.
be all for it.
Yeah. Good. That's good to know. Cause that is the tough thing, is like not everyone has you or has the ability to be able to rely on a brother or a dad who are also involved in the business and are wearing, it's like one person wearing a lot of
Mhm.
hats, as I know you can relate to anyway. So yeah, that is something I feel like people feel intimidated to get started. Two, time, can be a factor, which I try to say, like, do you have an employee that might be interested? So I'm glad to, hear your take on that. Um, but yeah, and then you had mentioned something else too that I wanted to ask a follow-up question on, but of course now it just slipped my mind. But yeah, I don't have any other questions, but I'm so grateful for you kind of taking the time and walking us through everything. If you guys have not checked them out on Facebook yet, while we were having this conversation, please be sure to do so. It's M&M True Value Hardware. That is their business page name on Facebook, and you'll definitely get some good laughs. So I
Yeah.
encourage you to do so.
Yeah.
Annie,
And
thank you so. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
honestly, if anybody has any questions or needs to talk about certain things, I'm here mostly till 4 because I have a daughter, so I have to go pick her up. But um, go ahead and call. The phone number here, it's probably on our Facebook page, so
Yeah,
check
it's on
that
your.
out. And just give me a call. I'm gladly to help. I'll be
Oh,
gladly.
you're so sweet. Oh my gosh. That is so nice. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go, guys. If you have any questions, one business to another, definitely feel free to reach out. You can call, reach out through Facebook or whatever. But
Mhm.
Annie, thank you so much. That's so sweet. And this was such a good conversation. I can't wait to keep looking forward to more videos and getting to see what you guys are up to there.
Yes, well, thank you.
Yeah, of
It
course.
wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
There's more in the buildup. It's really just a general chat.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into the New Media Retailer podcast. Be sure to check back soon.